So you're going to tell the story, Court, about how I met you. You met me 2 years ago.
Well, it was actually farther than 2 years ago because I actually knew about you, obviously, because you're you and I was me at the time. I was like this big and you were like this big. And I was like, she's pretty cool. And so I was checking you out, and you had a portal in like Costa Mesa or something. It was LA area. And I was like, I'm going to go to this. I'm so curious. Like this Pamela Madsen woman, I'm going to check it out. And so I bought a ticket. And then Christy called me and was like, hi, this is Christy from Back to the Body. I'm just curious. Are you a man or a woman? And I was like, I'm definitely a man. And she said, I'm so sorry, but this is a women's only event. And I said, drats. And then I said, well, can I still use the ticket and send my mother? And she said, let me talk to Pamela. And that's what I did. I sent my mother to you for 3 days. And she came back and reported all of the things that she saw and learned.
Sure, she did.
Yes, she did.
I'm sure she did. And it was so weird because then later, when I was introduced to you, when we were starting to interview to bring on another practitioner, and you were recommended to me. I didn't immediately make.
I know. I think it was actually not until like a couple months after you were like, that was you? You were that creepy guy?
Exactly. That creepy guy.
I wasn't a creepy guy. I was just curious.
Right. And I feel so bad now that like we didn't let you come. You were a sex educator and we didn't know any of that. But we really do, work on making it, except for our practitioners and team, a female identified space. Yes. So there we were. And then the first time we actually met in person was at a portal?
No. The first time we actually met in person was in Thailand.
Was in Thailand at a retreat.
Yep.
Where you came to mentor.
What?
Where you came to be mentored.
Yes. Great retreat. I will never forget.
It was actually an amazing retreat.
It was.
Yeah.
So what are we doing in Los Angeles? We're going to be in a beautiful house. It's my friend Scott's house, so I know that it's gorgeous. Up like in the hills of Studio City, and it's a beautiful yard and beautiful space to be feeling sexy
in. And setting the context for a 2.25 day weekend, because it's not 3 full days. So the women come like on a Friday evening. And then we have a full day on Saturday and a full day on Sunday. And we're like bringing almost the whole team to this board.
Big team. What was it? Me, Cosmo, you. Is Bear coming?
Barry may be coming. Christy will be there. Finn will be there. We have a few members of our team who won't be there, who'll be meeting us later in Santa Fe. But it's a really big full-on team of really master sex educators who are going to be coming, and really, the portal is like our Toll House cookie recipe. Like, you don't want to mess with it too much, right? Like, the right amount of chocolate chips to put in, and walnuts and butter and flour. Court, it's got to be about food.
There's got to be a food analogy in there.
Got to be. And the portal recipe is so well honed. We've been doing it, I don't know, 6 years, 8 years, a long time. And it's really become the most transformative weekend that we can offer women in a small bite that's very low cost, and that sends them home with a feeling of aliveness.
Yeah, I think what I love about it is there's, it is only 2 days. And it is like a fraction of the cost of coming to a retreat. And it's packed with a ton of the goodness that makes Back to the Body. So a ton of workshops that you can take, as well as seeing a demo that you're going to do. And I love the community piece around it of meeting like-minded people in the space and just connecting with our larger team. So, if you decide to come on a retreat with us, you may not meet all of us at that retreat, but you're going to meet a lot of us here at the portal. So it's its own kind of special. It's its own standalone thing. Yeah, I like the portals a lot.
What's also super nice is a lot of our graduates come.
Yeah, that's fun too.
Yeah, and so they help like big sister, for lack of a better word, the women who are coming in and who don't know everybody, and welcome them in and make them feel safe enough to really participate in the activities. What's different is with a portal, we bring in all the different ways of learning. So there's the talking head learning, right? Where like the lecture kind of learning that happens. But then there is the embodied learning, like an opportunity to actually have an experience in your own body that is not scary, that you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. This isn't going to be like women naked masturbating in a circle, though that wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing, but that is not what's happening.
Not here.
Not here. No, not a portal. So, women can mostly keep their clothes on. There are some exercises where they might want to partially disrobe. Many of the women wear like kimonos or keep their bras and panties on for some of those exercises. But they don't even have to get that naked. They don't want to, for of the embodied exercises like the art of adoration, which is always a winner.
It's a beautiful, beautiful ritual.
And we don't do it at retreats.
Nope.
We only do some of these things at the portals. And then there are the demos. And we're going to be doing 2 demos. I'm going to be doing one with Cosmo and one with you.
Which one am I doing?
You're doing the second one.
Oh.
Yeah, he's doing Arousal.
Okay.
You're doing Catch the Pamela.
Great. Got it down.
You get me like warmed up, okay? Has the hard lip.
You were warmed up all the time.
I am warmed up all the time. So you have the opportunity to see 2 different kinds of demos, which will give you an idea about like what is this work is about? How do you act on the table? What are these practitioners actually doing? And then an opportunity to really process all of the information. There'll be a writing workshop. There's going to be a photography workshop where the women get to be photographed by Sway, who is one of our team photographers. And we have limited seats, but we do have some empty right now, which is why we're doing this. We're limited to 26 women. We've got about 6 seats empty. And the early bird special is still running. And we would love for you to consider to come and spend, that weekend with us, again, non-residential. And I know all the things. I mean, like, all the things too, Court. It's like babysitters, time, family gatherings. Maybe if I lost weight or gained weight or had a nose lift, I could do this. Right? What do I tell my partner? Or I tell my partner?
Yeah. I think what's cool too is we haven't done a portal since San Francisco before the pandemic in Cupertino. So it's been a long time since we've done a portal. And many of the women that came to that portal have worked with us privately over the past 2 years.
Yes.
Yeah. And a lot of
a few retreats that we've done.
Yeah. So that's really exciting. So this feels like a little bit of like a birthing place. Like it's just like seeds, little nuggets for people to kind of go, this is some good stuff. I want to explore more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People with their like, but I don't have desire, I don't have libido, and I don't know how, to kickstart myself. And this is a waste of time. You know what? Trust me on this. Like, really trust me on this. You will feel your libido. Okay? your libido is going to whisper to you during this event. It's going to go, psst. I do the same thing. Here, over here, I'm alive. I'm alive. And it may be the first time, especially through COVID, where you have felt centered. And I don't know if you could pull that up, Court, what that gentleman wrote on Instagram that you pulled up, and it just struck me so deep. And for all of you out there who have to be one of these people, it's an opportunity to feel free. You've got it?
Yeah, the healer also needs healing. The planner also needs surprises. The giver also needs to receive. The thoughtful also needs to be thought of. The considerate also needs to be considered.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so who are you in that? Are you always the planner? We'll plan this for you. Okay, we have this totally planned. You don't need to plan it. The healer, well, who are you in your life? You know, are you somebody who is in the healing role with family, or is that how you work? Are you a anything from a healthcare worker, psychologist, like any kind of healing, like parenting? You're a healer if you're a parent, or if you are a son or a daughter, you are a healer. And that you need time for healing. And what was that next one?
The thoughtful also needs to be thought of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all the thoughtful things that you do for other people, giving yourself the opportunity to be thought of, and the space, time. I promise you, we will be centering you. We'll be thinking of you during that time together. And the giver needs to be given.
Yeah.
I think that's so big. I know that's big for you and me, even in our own personal life. Both tend to be the givers. And so when we are given to, it's like almost like a shock. Like, oh my God, somebody actually thought of us, right? Planned for us and gave to us. And then having to exercise that receiving muscle, right?
I mean, that's something that you have taught me just by being with you, is you're an excellent receiver. You receive in joy and gratitude and happiness. And it's something I still have to work at. I'm not like an excited person. So when I receive something, even when it's like over the top amazing, I'm like, thank you, this is great. But I'm not like, oh my God. It's really annoying for people. And I'm sorry.
Annoying for people.
Annoying. I'm trying to it's a practice for me.
Yeah, well, it's good because you need to practice receiving. And so what's wonderful about the portal is all those things that were mentioned. It's an opportunity for you to recognize who you are in that, and then practicing the receiving end. Because the portal is really all about learning and practicing our receiving muscle, our asking muscle. It's also a place to practice boundaries.
I also think it's a great space to. It's almost like a little menu, right, of what's possible. Going back to our food analogies.
I love that.
I think some people come and go, oh, I didn't even know that was an option, right? Or I didn't know that was on the table to explore. Or that is something I never thought about, and it's really kind of scratchy for me, and there's something hot about it, right? So I think the portal really offers like little tastes. It's like a tasting menu of what we offer. And I think what's so beautiful about it is it really launches people's curiosity and launches them into like what is possible for them at a full 8-day retreat, 7-day retreat. And also just, if you don't ever come to a retreat, what's possible for you in your life?
Yeah. And you're going to leave richer. And so what are the things you need to know? We're going to post a link after this where you can learn more about the portal and how to register. You do need to show proof of vaccination. to attend, because we are just going with what's being asked of the larger community. We're holding it. So all of our team members have been fully vaccinated, and we ask that you bring your proof of vaccination. And then once you sign up, you're going to get the address and all the information. And this is going to be a weekend that's going to enliven you, turn you on. It's going to be fun. When was the last time you had a really amazing fun? And we're planning some fun, like for you.
And I posted the link in the box below.
So we hope you're going to be there. There may be people that you know, people that you don't know. Court and I will be there. We will welcome you in with loving arms, and we hope you join us. Court, thanks for making time in your day.
Of course.
For doing this. And, if you're not signed up for a newsletter, sign up for a newsletter. It's full of great stuff. There's the Back to the Body newsletter. There's the Body Box newsletter, which is Court's private newsletter. Sign up. Stay in touch with us so you know what's going on. And I know that we are both loving you from here. Is that a true story?
Yes.
Okay.
Big love to everybody.